Today, I'm excited to talk to you about God's unchanging goodness. Isn't that a beautiful way to start the day? Reminding ourselves that God's goodness is never changing. The Bible tells us in James chapter 1, verse 17, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadows due to change. Isn't it beautiful that the God who created the heavens and the earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars, and every celestial being out there that shines its light here on this earth, although it's light that shines that casts shadows, God does not change like those shifting shadows. His promises are true, and because His promises are true, He's a God who can be trusted. Number one, how has your view of God's character affected your inclination to temptation? I believe, and I've seen in the Bible and in my own life, the greater our view of God, the greater is our fight against Satan. Is it possible that over the years we've just grown to hear God's promises and sort of tend to imagine that those promises were for the people of Israel, it was for Moses, it was for David, and maybe it's even for this pastor from India, but it's not for me? I want you to remind yourself of God's unchanging goodness today and know that every good and every perfect gift is from your Father up above. Number two, what good gifts from God have you taken for granted or failed to recognize as coming from Him? The old hymn challenges us to count your blessings and name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. I oftentimes tell myself, Joel, count your blessings, name them one by one until it surprises you about what the Lord has done. When we fail to recognize God's blessings, we begin to stunt God's blessings being poured out on us. Where there's gratitude, there'll be a multiplication of blessings. Maybe today's your day to jot down 5 goodnesses of God in your life that's been pursuing you all the days of your life, but you've been blind to. The more we begin to recognize the goodness of God, the more we begin to see His hand glow in the darkness of our lives. Number 3, in what areas of your life do you struggle to trust God's goodness and His provision? We all have our needs. We all have areas where we want God to intervene. And sometimes we want God to intervene here and now and immediately. But when trials begin to go from days to weeks to months to years to seasons, and now it feels like a lifetime, it's easy for us to turn cynical and maybe even skeptical towards God's promises. What are those areas where the enemy has got a foothold and is causing you to doubt God's unchanging goodness? Write it down and take it to the Lord in prayer. Wage war against the lies of the enemy. Why? Because the Word of God says that every good gift and every perfect gift is from our Father up above. God bless you.